Hey guys, welcome back to Totally Rad Reselling. So if you're new around here, my name's Drew. I'm a part-time eBay reseller. I have a full-time job and I do this on the side. I go out charity shops and other places. It's mostly charity shops at the moment. Look for stuff to resell online and try and make a profit. So try and help cope with the surging cost of living and energy prices and all that stuff. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to a couple of towns. I was trying to leave a bit earlier than I am. It's about 10. I wanted to be out earlier, but I overslept. I am going to probably go to Malden in Essex first, and then to Chelmsford. Chelmsford's terrible. The only reason I'm going to go to Chelmsford is because it's close by. There are a couple of shops that are always worth checking out while you're there. And there's also a new chicken restaurant, Popeye's Chicken, so I'm going to go and have my lunch there. And then on the way back, I'm going to probably try and stop in Whittam and see if they've got anything going on. So yeah, let's see what we can find. So on my way to Malden, I actually remembered someone I know that lives around here had mentioned to me there was a charity shop in Haybridge, which is literally right next to Malden. So I just stuck it in the sat nav. It's a Farley hospice. I popped in there. Had a couple of bits, to be fair. Got a cool pair of Vans, Spider-Man ones. They are sort of like more like they're a kid's size, like 3, or maybe a woman's who likes Spider-Man. For £7, but I found that those sorts of Vans do sell really well. I've had a kid's pair of Nintendo ones that sold quite strongly. So yeah, I thought I'd give them a go. So yeah, right, first shop down. Let's head off to Malden. Right, so I parked up here in Malden. Not a massive town. I think it's about 6 or 7 charity shops. I think, I can't remember. So I'm going to whiz around here as quick as possible. It's about 11 now. So I want to try and get to Chelmsford, so I'm going to have some lunch there and check those shops out and then have enough time to get back to Whittam. So let's go. So, I actually did quite well there. So, yeah, back to the car. Literally whizzed round Malden within 40 minutes-ish. Couple of pairs of trainers, a Kanye West tour t-shirt. I had no idea what it was at the time, Yeezus or something. But yeah, it turns out that's a Kanye West t-shirt. And then the best thing I picked up there, which when I got back to the car I've just realised is even better than I thought, was a G-Star Raw t-shirt. It's a really jazzy design. It was £7. I wasn't sure about it. I know G-Star stuff sells well. It's not my kind of thing, but I know it sells well. So I was going to take a punt on it. I went to the back of the shop, was having a little browse around the sort of knickknacks and bits there. Googled it. Google Lens the t-shirt that I took the shirt that I took a photo of. Comes up there retailing at £60. I thought, okay, brilliant. I'll take a punt at £7 for that. Maybe we'll get £30 back for it. when I got out to the car and started just taking stuff out of my rucksack because I want to go to the next town and need the rucksack empty, so I've put it all in the boot. I've actually discovered that it's got the tags on it. It's new with tags, and the tags actually say on there £60. So it's sold out everywhere. G-Star Raw, I think, has a bit of a following. I'm not sure. So potentially I can actually sell with what? I mean, I can sell that new with tags. Potentially then looking at £60 back for it, which is the retail price. But if that's something that's desirable, maybe more. We'll have to do some more research. But anyway, back in the car. Gonna now shoot to... Oh, I might try and find another random on the way to Chelmsford and Boreham. I think there's a charity shop there. I've never been to it. So I might try and find that on the way. It's in a Farley hospice. But failing that, then it will be Chelmsford next. Okay, I'm here. Boreham, stopped in Boreham. Actually really easy to find. I think you can just probably see it just behind me there. Farley hospice, another Farley hospice. So, don't know what it's going to be like. We'll go have a look, see what we can find. Okay, so grabbed a couple of bits in the Boreham Farley hospice. Couldn't really film in there, it was really small in there, but it was a nice little shop. I got this Umbro jacket. I'll show this all to you better later in the video, but to quickly show you. Got this Umbro jacket, XL, looks like quite a newish one, £2.25, well that's quite good. Got this feeler hoodie. I wasn't going to pick this up, and I just thought, it's a full zip, XL, good size, feeler, just very plain and basic. It was only £3.50, I thought why not, autumn winter's coming, so get a hoodie. And then got these FootJoy golf shoes, everything's good, all the plastic stud things are not broken or missing, and they were just a £5. So yeah, that was a good little stop. Right, Chelmsford, here we are, the birthplace of radio, Chelmsford. Yeah, so Chelmsford, if you don't know, is a city in Essex. It's the county, was county town, and that's a city, I don't know. But it's the main place in Essex anyway. So I'm here. I don't normally come here for charity shops, but I wanted to get some food, and I was in Malden, which is quite close, so I just thought, why not just do a big circle and head here for lunch. So I will pop in a couple of charity shops here, but I'm not going to go to all of them because there's no point. Just a couple of the ones that are just on the outside of town. So yeah, we'll go and see if there is anything here at all. But more importantly, I'm here for the Louisiana Fried Chicken of Popeyes, which is an American franchise that's finally come to the UK. So let's go.
Not true.
So that's Chelmsford done. So the chicken went down an absolute treat. It was really good. Popped into a couple of the charity shops nearby to there, but like I said, I didn't go into the ones in the main town because there's just no point. It's like most, I think, big cities, the charity shops in the big towns and cities are ridiculous. I did pop into Essex's most expensive, well, probably the world's most expensive charity shop. They had a pair of Air Jordans. I didn't even recognise the model of them. £80 in the charity shop. There's a pair of Skechers in there I didn't even show you that was £40. A pair of battered Vans for £18.95. Like, it's,
I'm all for charity shops making good money, especially like cancer research, cancer charities, because I really like to give money to cancer charities because my nan. But I mean, there's a fine line. I think the stuff they're getting for free, yeah, some crazy prices. Anyway, nothing for me reselling wise in there. I always like to pop into those kinds of overpriced shops, just in case you catch them slipping. They can't know everything, but it does seem the people in there they employ know their stuff and what things are worth. So yeah, probably a waste of time popping in there. But I did get a couple of bits. One really big heavy coat, which I'm probably regretting, but it was quality rip curl. So yeah, it'll be good for the winter. Since I've got to store it somewhere. Yeah, got a couple of bits, some very sort of basic Adidas trainers, and a band, the Feeling band t-shirt. I'm not sure if they still have a massive following or not, but band t-shirts generally do good. There was one main. Anyway, right. So onwards towards home, but we're going to stop in Whittam on the way home. I used to live there, so we're going to pop that way, and then that's it. Then home.
Quick, change the channel.
Okay, so parked up here in Whittam now. So, yeah, what is that now? That's the 5th place I've been today. I'm getting a bit worn out, I'm not going to lie. It's just after 2, so hopefully there'll be some stuff still. I don't know, we'll see. Whittam for me is very hit and miss. My son used to live here, so I used to do school runs here. So I used to just come to Whittam just on purely for school runs, so it wasn't out of my way, waste of time sort of journey. This is obviously on one of my ways back to where I live, so I've passed through here. So really, if there's nothing here, it's not the end of the world. But that's the thing with charity shop hunting. Driving far to a certain town out of your way, and then you don't get anything is a bit soul crushing. So yeah, the fact that I've got quite a lot of stuff today is not too bad really. So if we don't get anything here, it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to quickly whiz around these shops, see what they've got, and then get home.
2 hours later.
Okay, that's me done. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't bother filming half of that in that town because I just want to get home now at this point. Yeah, not much again, Whittam, but a couple of bits, you know, a couple of decent bits. I was and ahhing about a pair of trainers that I picked up. I did pick them up. I'll show them to you when I get back. And a couple of little vintage toy bits as well I got. So yeah, some interesting stuff. So I will see you when I get home. Right, I couldn't help myself. I'm going to stop at one more charity shop on the way home. This is the one that I go to more than any other charity shop around here every couple of days, really, because it's near where I live. So I'm going to pop in here, see if there's anything, and then that is it for today.
Great Scott!
Right guys, so I'm back from a busy day out sourcing stock. So I hit charity shops in 6 different towns, or 4 towns, a city and a village. So yeah, been very busy. So I'm going to try and go through the stuff as quick as possible. There's a fair bit of it actually. You would have seen some of it in the video, not everything that I've picked up. So we'll try and keep it in the sort of order that I found it. So we'll go first of all with this. This is quite a standard pickup. I've been finding quite a few of these recently actually. This one is a Under Armour polo. It's like a golf one. These sell quite well. I've sold a couple of these now in different colourways for like 25 quid pre-owned. So this was £3 in Farley Hospice in Heybridge. So yeah, it's quite a nice one. Quite a standard pickup. Should get around 25 for that. In that same shop you wouldn't have seen these. I found these after I finished sort of my filming. These are very, very standard kind of pickup for me. They're just beige, they're massive. Beige, Dunlop, you'll see the Dunlop on the back there. They are new with tags. They were in the sale for Sports Direct by looks, so down to £5. I paid £2 for these, new with tags. I have sold this exact pair of trousers, not in beige, I've had them in grey, purple, blue and black. And every time I've had them, I've sold them for, depending on the colour, somewhere between 20 and 30 quid. So these are beige. I don't know how well the beige will do that. At least £15 for those, maybe more. Okay, in that same Farley Hospice in Heybridge, I found these vans. They are child's or ladies, maybe. They're size 3 in the UK, but they are really cool. I wouldn't normally pick up kids trainers in general, really. But the size was bordering. You could go for kids or for ladies, depending if there's a really massive Spider-Man fan who's a woman. They were £7, but things like these, the special edition versions, I had some Nintendo vans which were kids, which were size 1, and I sold them literally within a day for 20 quid. So yeah, I reckon 20 quid on those easy. Maybe more again. Okay, so next up we got to Malden. So I went into one shop, complete bust. I don't think I even put any footage of that in. And then I went to a cancer research after that. Again, nothing. Then I got to Bernardo's. Now I found something. Now this, I had no idea what it was. I'm going to be honest with you, but it looked interesting. It's a tour T-shirt, Yeezus. Now I'm thinking of it now, Yeezy, Yeezus, Kanye West. I get it now, but at the time I didn't. I had to Google it, and yeah, I found out that it was a Kanye West album. God Wants You. So it's a tour T-shirt, £4 I paid. I paid £4 because tour T-shirts generally do really well, somewhere around 15-20 quid maybe. Right, it's not a massive profit, but this is a Kanye West one as well. Kanye West's reasonably popular. Not my kind of music, but yeah, I'm looking at maybe getting at least 20 quid for that one. Okay, next up, no, that's not next. Okay, next up, I went into Mind. In Mind, I got these trainers. They had some other stuff and other trainers in there that were really dear, but these ones were pretty reasonable. Now, they're a bit grubby. I'm not entirely sure on the model as yet, but they say on there Supernova ST, so that's probably what it is. They are a UK size 6. A bit grubby on the inside. I'm going to have to just clean them up a little bit. But the reason I got them was because they were literally only £5.75. So, yeah, I'm always going to pick up trainers like that aren't too grubby. They've got Continental soles as well, so they might be a reasonably good model, to be fair. It's just the white, really, there's a lot of dirt and grime on them. They've got to really give them a good clean up. But it won't be too difficult, so I would conservatively say £25 for those. Okay, so then I went into the Salvation Army. Now, the Salvation Army in Malden recently had a makeover. Since they've had the makeover, their prices have gone through the roof. Literally found fake football shirts in there. They had a Man United shirt that was definitely fake, 100% fake, 12 quid. I've bought football shirts in there before, actually, a load of Liverpool ones, and they weren't fake. They were really old as well, actually, to be fair. They were £12 each. £12 seems to be their standard fee for football shirts, but unfortunately the Man United shirt was fake. And then they had a Man City shirt, which is a reasonably new one. It's a really good one, actually. I like the one. It's a black one. You should have seen it in the footage. But again, that just felt weird. I'm not certain that one was fake, but I have a feeling it was. They wanted 25 quid for that because apparently it was new. But it's not new if they ain't got tags on it. So in my opinion, that wasn't new. But anyway, I wasn't paying it. It's not for me. Again, loads of trainers in there. Their trainers in that shop are always absolutely battered. And they're really expensive. But I found one pair that was interesting. It's these Adidas. They weren't too grubby to the point that I can't clean them up. Suede was in reasonably good condition. I've got no idea about the model or anything of these, but they look pretty cool. They were £12, so maybe paying up for them. I don't know what I'm going to return on those, but again, I'd like to think at least £30 I'd get for those ones. Right, in the RSPCA, I got this very interesting shirt. So, pick this one up. G-Star Raw it is. It's, I don't know what it's actually called. I have looked it up. Hang on, I've got the tags here. Bristol. I don't know. It's got Desert Voile, Black Objects. I don't know. But this shirt, I looked it up after I bought it, to be fair. No, I looked it up before I bought it in the shop. It was retailing for £60. And then when I got to the car to put all my stuff out, get out my rucksack, I found the tag. So it's new with tags. It's sold out everywhere, and the tag actually does say £60. So who knows? We could be looking at £60 for that.
maybe more, depending on if it's a popular thing that someone wants, as there's no stock anymore. It's not available to buy. That might mean we get some more money for that. So we'll say £60 is where we're looking at for that. Right, that was the last thing I bought in Malden. So then I went off and I went to Boreham. So in Boreham, I went to the Farley Hospice. So I picked up these FootJoys. So FootJoys, they're pretty standard, pretty good golf shoes. For £5 they were. I'm picking them up all day long. They're going to be an easy £25 to £30, no problem at all for those. They'll sell pretty quick as well. When you're looking at golf shoes, you want to make sure first of all they have these sort of round stud things on them. You can no longer, or when you play golf now, you can no longer, they've been banned, wear metal stud shoes. So you have to check they've got these rubber ones, and then also you want to make sure that they're all there. None of them are missing or none of them are broke. This one's all in good condition. Okay, I almost didn't pick this one up. I was umming and ahhing about it, but in the end I took it because I just thought it's cheap. And get a few new sort of wintry, autumny clothes on the store. So it's just a very standard navy hoodie, full zip, feeler hit there. Quite a nice little feeler zip thing there. Size XL, it's only £3.50, an easy thing to list. Easy 20 quid at least, I would say about 20 quid. Also picked up this one. This looks quite new to me, quite a more modern one. It's an Umbro, just sort of track jacket sort of thing. Probably just something you'd wear to football training. It was reduced from £4.50 to £2.25, so that's why I picked it up. Size XL again, probably looking again around 20 quid for that. Right, then I went to Chelmsford. Now, I only really went to Chelmsford to get my lunch. And that sounds crazy to drive to a whole new town to get lunch, but I really wanted to go and get Popeye's chicken again. I had it before with my girlfriend and my son and really enjoyed it, so I wanted to go again. And yeah, really enjoyed it again, really nice. So I had that, and then I popped to a couple of shops in Chelmsford. Chelmsford, as I've already said, very expensive place to go trying to go charity shopping. Okay, so the things I did pick up. First of all, I saw these, always on like a magnet to trainers. They are just like a triple black Adidas. I can't remember the model of these off the top of my head, but they're size 6. They were $7.99. They're in good condition. Black trainers seem to sell really well. I think it's because a lot of like workplaces now let people wear black trainers instead of having to wear shoes. Right, so the next item I picked up in Chelmsford. These were the trainers, and the next item were in Age UK in Chelmsford, by the way. It's the only charity shop I did find anything in. But I only went in like 2 or 3. Was these, right? So these are Columbia brand. So Columbia, if you're not aware, is a really good outdoor brand, a bit like North Face and Patagonia. Those sorts of brands. Columbia is probably on the lower end of those sorts of brands, but it's still a decent brand to pick up. Now these trousers are Omni Shade Sun Protection, so I reckon they're pretty decent ones. They were $4.99. They are 36 waist, 32 leg, so they're for quite a bigger kind of person. Definitely too big for me. Yeah, they were $4.99, so I'm looking at probably about 25 quid for those, I reckon. Okay, so this is the thing I was kind of regretting buying, but I think it's still a good purchase, I think. So this is Rip Curl. Rip Curl is something I haven't bought for a long time. It used to be all the rage. I don't know if this is old or if it's got any age to it or not, I don't know, but it's a big old coat. Size large it says, but I think it's bigger than that. What drew me to it, it's got this weird front, so I don't know if you can see that. But it basically got this clip over bit, but it's kind of like on an angle. Like, you can't really see it how I'm holding it, but it looks pretty cool. Rip Curl brand in there. It's got plenty of pockets. It, for me, looks like it's definitely going to be waterproof. I think there's something going on with the arms here. No, just like vents or something. There is some kind of dirty mark on it I've seen now, but I think that just wipe off by the looks of it. I think the arms, yeah, there's lots of zips everywhere. I need to look at all the pockets. It was $8.99, so I don't know whether that's too much to pay for it. But for a big quality sort of coat like this, weather, you know, all weather sort of coat, I would say, I reckon I can probably get about 40 quid for this coat, I reckon. But yeah, I'm just not sure if Rip Curl's a brand that is massively popular still. I know brands like Billabong and that have been selling really well during the summer for me. This is a winter item and it's Rip Curl, not certain on it, so we're going to aim for about £40 for that. Okay, so on my return to go towards home, I then went to Whittam. There's quite a few charity shops in Whittam. I used to live there, so I'm quite familiar with it. Very hit and miss all the time. Luckily for me, it used to be on my son's school run, so it was never a waste of time if it was bad. But quite often, more often than not, I think Whittam, I don't necessarily would go out of my way to go to Whittam from where I am. But now my son doesn't live there anymore. I never really go there. There's no school runs to do there, so I go there a lot less frequently. But I found a couple of bits. So in the RSPCA there, I found this t-shirt. That's the back. So it is on a Screen Stars Fruit of the Loom tag. So I reckon it's vintage. And then I confirmed it's vintage because it's single stitch. Now I haven't picked up a single stitch t-shirt of this sort of colour. Again, it's another alcohol related one. I don't know if you've seen one of my previous videos I did a while back of single stitch t-shirts. I got a load of them in Whittam as well, actually. And they were all alcohol related, but they were all white t-shirts. This one's green. This one's Beamish Red Irish Owl. I'm not familiar with it. But it says on there, take it as read. And then on the back, get ready to. So, yeah. Not sure about it, but it was only £2. So I will add that onto the store and look for about somewhere around £15 to £20. Okay, so something different now for me. For everything else is always clothes and trainers. I know on my channel, if you've been watching, I do a lot of trainers and clothing, and that is the main things I do sell. I'm not going to lie, but it's always nice to find other things sometimes, and today was one of those times. So I found this. So this was in Bernardo's, and at first I didn't even register in my mind. I found another item which was broken, and it was a Crash Test Dummies plane. It had no wings or nothing, so I wasn't interested in that. But then because I saw that, I knew it was Crash Test Dummies. I then re-looked at this and realised that this was Crash Test Dummies as well. And on the bottom, it says on there, Tyco 1992. So it's missing a few parts. I have looked it up. It's missing. There should be like a big boxy crate thing on the back here. It's missing a couple of bits, I think, but you know, it's still working. I wasn't going to pick it up. Oh, it was working. Yeah, it's working. There you go. I wasn't going to pick it up, but I do collect retro toys. I mean, as you can see, I collect a lot of random stuff. But you can see there's lots of retro toys there, and there's some down here which you can't see. And I have some other Crash Test Dummy stuff, but in the box. I like to collect boxed stuff if possible. I might keep this, I might sell it. I looked on eBay and you could buy this with the box and all the bits. It was going for £60. So in this condition, I mean the condition's alright, it's just missing a few bits and it has no box. Don't know what I'm going to get for it, just like that. I may put it on eBay, I may put it on as an auction, or I may keep it. For the purposes of the video, let's say I could probably get about £20 for that, as it is. I also had a little look in, there's like a little box of random toy bits, like 20p each. I looked in there to see if the bits to that were in there, potentially. They weren't. I did, however, find these two little guys. So these are Muscle Men. I don't know, I need to do some research. I don't know if these are legit Muscle Men, or they are like knockoff ones. Either way, I don't care, they're going to probably just go on my shelf with the rest of my retro toys. I'm not going to probably sell them, but you know, resale value, I have no idea, so we're not even going to add that to any kind of total. So we'll put these here next to Thanos. Right, so last thing from Whittam. Found a pair of Adidas Superstar trainers. Now, they were £10, probably on the higher end of what I'd like to pay for Adidas Superstar, but they are size 12, so they're a big size. They're in good condition. They're not going to take very long to list, and I can probably get 25 for them pretty quickly once they're listed. Okay, so we're at the last item. So the last item, an impromptu stop I wasn't planning on doing, but I just realised why not, and just a slight detour on my way home. I went to the Salvation Army. Now this Salvation Army is a big donation centre. I pop in there quite regularly, and not a lot today. Normally I go in there with trainers. The lady even said to me, "Oh, it's funny you've not got any trainers today." Their trainers have gone up. That's why I'm buying less and less trainers in there. I still find stuff that's good for me, but the trainers are going up big time in there, so I have to look at other things. And I found this. So this was £5, and it's just a basic pair of binoculars, really. Mark Sheffel. I've no idea if that's a good brand, but I looked them up on eBay. People have got 25 quid for them, so somewhere around 25 quid I'll be looking to get for those binoculars. Okay guys, that is it. Finally, I can actually get home, and maybe I can just sit and have a rest for a little while. But I can't, because now I've got to go and take photos and get my listings ready for tomorrow, because you have to do 5 listings a day to keep that eBay algorithm going. But anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all of you that are watching my videos. There aren't many of you at the moment, but hopefully that will change in time to come. I'm going to keep grinding and posting my videos, and hopefully soon we'll grow a bit more than we have. But yeah, thanks for watching if you have. Thanks for staying to the end if you have. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please think about subscribing to the channel. That would be great. That will really help push my channel up that ever so difficult YouTube algorithm. And yeah, like the video. That also helps if you did enjoy it. Dislike it if you didn't. I'm cool with that. And yeah, if you want to leave comments about anything about today's video, any of the pickups, or just any general charity shop chit chat or anything to do with charity shops, let me know in the comments. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.